Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. The top headlines tonight. Well, petrol now hits a century in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Difficult to manage the Aam Aadmi response from across India. Meanwhile, the new Maharashtra Congress chief in a bizarre warning targets Amitabh Bachchan and Akshay Kumar, saying no film shoots in Maharashtra. If you don't tweet against the NDA, you tweeted in the UPA time, why not now? Worry over a possible third wave in Maharashtra. Over 4,700 cases in the last 24 hours, over 700 in Mumbai alone. The Chief Minister holds a review meet. Tough new restrictions announced. The Supreme Court says can't rule out conspiracy in the case. Allegations of sexual harassment against the ex-Chief Justice of India. However, says no point dragging this case on any longer and closes the case. A nationwide rail roko across India, but mixed success. Farmers distribute roses and chai to passengers. Meanwhile, Rakesh Tikayat says burn your standing crop if you have to, but don't leave the agitation. A Puducherry vote of confidence on Monday. As of now, both sides seem tied. Is President's rule possible? West Bengal minister injured in a bomb explosion at Murshidabad railway station. Mamata Banerjee says the BJP tried to murder my minister. Amit Shah in Bengal says TMC Gundas have killed our workers. India's Metroman E. Sridharan to join the BJP says I believe in the BJP's policies for the nation. Our lead story tonight, well, this century is having no celebrations as petrol has hit a century in both Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. This, of course, as fuel prices change every day, but also because of the high excise being charged both by the centre and state taxes. What this means for the Aam Aadmi is balancing their budget and cutting down their profits just to survive. Here's our special report from Rajasthan.
Petrol prices in Ganganagar hitting a century at 100 rupees and 42 paise. With diesel poised a little over 92 rupees, these are the highest fuel prices anywhere in the country. And worst affected are transporters in Ganganagar.
ये राजस्थान गवर्नमेंट का ही नुकसान है जो हम लोग वहाँ से डील करवाते हैं करीबन के डीजल जो बसें हैं पंजाब का ही ले रही हैं फिर भी जो डिफरेंस है राजस्थान और पंजाब 10 रुपए लीटर का डिफरेंस है इतनी कीमतें बढ़ चुकी हैं कि हमारी बसें खड़ी होने के कगार पर हैं.
Those running trucks, buses and taxis say they are finding it difficult to make ends meet.
ये बंदा है कुछ माल मिल रही नहीं रहा है रेट वही है और डीजल के भाव बढ़ रहे हैं कुछ भी बचत नहीं है 5-5, 7-7 दिन से खड़े रहे.
100 रुपये लीटर पेट्रोल हो चुका. अब जैसे हम 500 रुपये कमाते थे तो उसमें 200 का तो पेट्रोल लग जाता 300 रुपये रोज कमा रहे हैं. फिर हम पहले हम 15,000 कमाते थे मैडम 9,000 हो गया 9 या 8,000 हो गया.
Prices have crossed 100 rupees, especially in a district like Ganganagar, which is one of the westernmost districts of Rajasthan. That's because there is no oil depot there and the petrol costs more because of freight charges. Cutting across income groups, the petrol price hike has definitely affected everybody in the state. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh for NDTV.
And remember the political and online outrage which happened when the UPA prices, petrol was up. Well, the Congress party chief in Maharashtra has now taken what many see as a bizarre swipe at celebrities. After all, they're free to tweet when they want. But he's now threatened that Amitabh Bachchan and Akshay Kumar won't be allowed to shoot in Maharashtra if they don't comment on fuel prices now, asking why they tweeted in the UPA time and not now. The BJP has said this is ridiculous.
आम्ही कालही सांगितलं की ज्यावेळेस मनमोहन सिंग साहेबांचं सरकार होतं त्यावेळेस अमिताभ बच्चन असतील अक्षय कुमार असेल हे ट्यूट्यू करायचे म्हणजे ट्वीटच्या माध्यमातून त्याच्यावर टीका करायचे. आज का ते चूप आहेत? मनमोहन सिंगांच्या सरकारच्या वेळेस ते ट्यूट्यू करत होते ट्वीट करत होते. आजही जे अत्याचार आणि अन्याय मोदीचं सरकार करते आहे त्याच्या विरोधातही त्यांनी आपली भूमिका मांडावी आणि नाही मांडली तर आम्ही सांगितलेला तो पवित्र महाराष्ट्रामध्ये त्यांचे सिनेमे त्यांचे शूटिंग आम्ही बंद पाडू अशी व्यवस्था आम्ही करणार आहोत.
देश के प्रतिभावान और सम्मानित कलाकार अमिताभ बच्चन जी और अक्षय कुमार को कांग्रेस के नेता दिन दहाड़े धमकी दे रहे हैं. कह रहे हैं उनकी फिल्म का शूटिंग होने नहीं देंगे, उनकी फिल्म को प्रदर्शित होने से कांग्रेस वाले रोकेंगे. क्या अपराध है अमिताभ बच्चन जी का? देश हित में उन्होंने ट्वीट किया. क्या यह अपराध हो सकता है? विदेश में बैठे हुए कुछ लोग षड्यंत्र के तहत भारतवर्ष को बदनाम कर रहे हैं.
Well, moving to the other big headline, and that's the worry over a possible third wave in Maharashtra of corona. Well, just look at these numbers. Mumbai has seen its highest spike in 70 days. The rest of the state is a big concern, also which had crossed almost 4,800. That's the highest in almost 6 weeks. Look at the weekly average, which today is at a 36 high. Now, this doesn't look too bad compared to the earlier massive peaks. But if we take a look at the latest peak of 3,406, this is actually up over 25% in the span of just a week. So that's why it's a big worry. The Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray had an emergency meeting today and tough new restrictions announced in districts and in Mumbai.
Over 4,700 cases in Maharashtra and 721 in Mumbai in last 24 hours. Biggest spike in the last 70 days, sounding an alarm.
Mumbai local trains started for all common public from February 1, and since the last 1 week we are seeing that the number of cases of coronavirus in Mumbai are going up, to which the government says that the trains are also one of the biggest reasons.
आप बोल रहे हैं कि कोरोना ट्रेन से बढ़ रहा है और एसटी में क्या कर रहे हैं? एसटी में कितना भीड़ रही है वो नहीं कोई देखता है. हाँ, उससे नहीं कोरोना बढ़ता है.
अगर आप दादर स्टेशन पे उतरेंगे 5 मिनट में डिस्टेंस से आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग मिल जाएंगे कि जिनके ऊपर मास्क ही नहीं है.
सबके लिए पूरा ओपन कर दो, सबके लिए, तो क्या है कि पब्लिक भी डिवाइड हो जाएगा.
But it is not just Mumbai. 21 of 36 districts are seeing a spike in the number of cases. Topping this are Amravati, which has declared a day's lockdown on a Sunday, and others are Yavatmal and Akola in Vidarbha. CM gave powers to the district collectors of Amravati, Yavatmal and Akola to take a call based on ground situation.
अमरावती जिल्ह्यामध्ये रुग्णांची संख्या दिवस वाढते असल्याने प्रशासन शनिवारी रात्री 8 वाजतापासून रविवारी पूर्ण दिवस सोमवारी 7 वाजेपर्यंत लॉकडाऊन जिल्ह्यामध्ये राहणार आहे.
But experts believe this is not a wave and cases can go down in few days.
क्या ये सेकेंड वेव है? अगले 10 दिन हमें बताएगा कि क्या ये सेकेंड वेव है या नहीं. अगर तादाद भरपूर बढ़े तो ये सेकेंड वेव हो सकता है.
If the cases are not controlled now, things can once again go out of hand. So it is important for people to take care of their own safety, in turn securing others and the state. In Mumbai with camera person Rajendra Dayalkar, this is Purva Chitnis for NDTV.
The other big headline, a Supreme Court bench today said that there was possibility of a conspiracy against the ex-Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi, in the matter of sexual harassment charges against him. However, the court also said that 2 years have now passed and no purpose to be served keeping this case, and they disposed of the case after a probe by the ex-Supreme Court Judge A.K. Patnaik.
Sexual harassment allegations were made against Justice Ranjan Gogoi when he was the Chief Justice of India. At the time, a lawyer moved the Supreme Court saying there may be a conspiracy in fixing Justice Ranjan Gogoi. Supreme Court in 2019 asked Justice A.K. Patnaik, former judge of the Supreme Court, to probe into the allegations with the help of the CBI and IB. Justice Patnaik submitted his report. That report was taken up by the Supreme Court today, and after pursuing the report, court said there can be a conspiracy, but it cannot be ruled out. And court, quoting the report, said that there are two reasons. One, because of strong views of Justice Gogoi and NRC and his attempts to streamline the functioning of the Supreme Court registry. Finally, court said 2 years have passed, nothing is going to be fruitful, and disposing of the case completely closed the case. As for the sexual allegations and harassment allegations against Justice Ranjan Gogoi are concerned, a 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court, a in-house panel, has given a clean chit when he was the Chief Justice at that time.
Well, moving now to other news, a nationwide rail roko was called by farmers' unions across the country today. Now, of course, the impact was much more in Haryana and Punjab, but also rail roko in Maharashtra, in Karnataka and parts of Gujarat. Farmers tried to, they gave chai, they gave sweets, they gave jalebis and also shard flowers on passengers who were inconvenienced by the rail roko between 12 to 4. In Gujarat, as you can see, there was actually, the passengers decided to do an impromptu garba on the railway platform. In other areas, they were given sweets and jalebis to eat. Well, moving to the other big headline, what's happening in Puducherry, which anyway is going to elections in April or May. Arvind has the latest because the new LG has ordered a floor test this Monday. Arvind, right now it's too close to call because both sides seem to be tied.
Yeah, Sonia, 2 days back, NDTV had broken the story about how Congress government in Puducherry is in deep trouble after one of its MLA, John Kumar, submitted his resignation from the assembly. So today, Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan, who has been given the additional charge of Puducherry as LG Lieutenant Governor, today met Chief Minister Narayanasamy, asking him to prove his majority on the floor of the House by on February 22nd, that is on Monday. So what we are being told as of this moment is that total out of 33 MLAs, including the 3 nominated BJP MLAs, one Congress MLA has already been disqualified last year and 4 Congress MLAs have submitted their resignation. So the total strength of the House as of this moment stands somewhere around 28 MLAs, with the Congress-led government having the support of 14 MLAs, whereas the opposition parties also having the support of 14 MLAs. So as of this moment, both the government and also the opposition parties, they don't have the majority on their own to prove majority to form the government. That's why what we are hearing from our sources is that because none of the sides have the majority to form the government, after the trust vote, the assembly will be dissolved and the Lieutenant Governor will be recommending for a president role in Puducherry. So in all likelihood, Puducherry will be heading for a president role ahead of the assembly elections.
No, so Delhi seems more like political grandstanding because it's hardly going to be for even a month, but I guess it's a political point proving there by the BJP against the Congress. Thanks so much for that. And meanwhile, a much more serious point proving seems to be happening in West Bengal, where a minister was injured in a bomb explosion at Murshidabad railway station. Today, Mamata Banerjee said the BJP tried to murder my minister because he wouldn't leave and join them. But Amit Shah, who was at road shows and various functions in West Bengal today, pointed out that TMC gundas, he claimed, had killed BJP workers and there will be no gundas seen on voting day.
জাকিরকে খুন করে সরিয়ে দেওয়াটা ছিল এদের টার্গেট। যারাই করে থাকুক আমি মনে করি এর পুরো তদন্ত হওয়া উচিত।
An explosive accusation by Mamata Banerjee that BJP had conspired to try and kill her minister Zakir Hussain. This minister and 25 others were grievously injured last night in a bomb blast at a railway station in Murshidabad district, 250 kilometers north of Kolkata. Trinamool claimed Hussain rejected feelers by BJP and perhaps paid the price.
Mamata Banerjee's charge came at this massive Trinamool rally in Poilan. She spoke just a few hours after Amit Shah had spoken in Namkhana, a few kilometers away from here. He was silent on the incident, only speaking in general about apprehensions on polling day.
तृणमूल कांग्रेस के नेता कहते हैं हम लोगों को वोट नहीं डालने देंगे। मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूं, चुनाव के दिन रोड पर टीएमसी का एक भी गुंडा आपको दिखाई नहीं पड़ेगा।
BJP has frequently charged the Mamata Banerjee government of failing to maintain law and order in the state, especially in the elections. For the Murshidabad blast, Trinamool blames the railways for lapses. BJP says Bengal is not run by the Railway Ministry but by the Trinamool, and Mamata cannot deflect blame. The governor has expressed concern at the incident.
Political temperatures in poll-bound Bengal are already soaring. Now the BJP and the Trinamool Congress have locked horns on the issue of law and order, and that is going to only fan the flames. With Saurav Gupta, Monadeepa Banerjee, NDTV.
Meanwhile, a boost for the BJP in Kerala in the sense that E. Sridharan, the legendary Metro Man of India, has said that he will join the BJP again just months before elections. He's likely to contest the election as well. He's 88 years old and will join the party during its Vijay Yatra in Kerala from this Sunday.
കേരളത്തിലെ പല പദ്ധതികളിൽ ഞാൻ ഏർപ്പെട്ടു, പലതും ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിച്ചു. ആദ്യം UDF ഗവൺമെൻറ്റായിരുന്നു, പിന്നെ LDF ഗവൺമെൻറ്റാണ്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ വിചാരിച്ച മാതിരി സംഗതികൾ കൊണ്ടു നടക്കാൻ രണ്ട് പാർട്ടിക്കും സാധിച്ചില്ല. കാര്യമായിട്ട് BJPയുടെ അവിടെ നിന്നാലേ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ള ഒരു ബോധ്യമെന്ന് എനിക്ക്. പ്രത്യേക കാരണം കേന്ദ്ര ഗവൺമെൻറ്റും BJP ഗവൺമെൻറ്റാണ്. ഇവിടെ നാട്ടുകാർ പലർക്കും UDF ആയിട്ടും LDF ആയിട്ടും അത് രണ്ടുപേരും സാധിക്കാത്ത പല കാര്യങ്ങളും ഇനിയുണ്ട് ചെയ്യാനിവിടെ. അത് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ BJPക്കേ സാധിക്കുള്ളൂ.
Meanwhile, we end tonight with somebody who's now got over 1 lakh followers on Instagram, and she's being called the Dancing Dadi, and a shout out with many celebrities for her sheer joy of life.
मैं डांस का तो मुझे बचपन से ही बहुत शौक था. शादी के बाद तो मेरी गृहस्थी बढ़ गई, जिम्मेदारियां मेरी बढ़ गई, तो मैं डांस तो मेरा वहीं रुक गया.
After 27 years of marriage, when Ravi's husband died of cancer, the loss was unbearable for Ravi.
हस्बैंड की डेथ के बाद डिप्रेशन में चली गई थी, तो मेरी छोटी सिस्टर, मेरे बच्चे कहने लगे कि मम्मी पापा को डांस पसंद था और उनका एक सपना भी था कि मैं डांस करूं.
Her followers grew and she shot to fame after celebrities like singer Diljit Dosanjh, filmmaker Imtiaz Ali and choreographer Terence Lewis shared and liked her videos on their social media handles. Netizens fondly called her Dancing Dadi, and she has now more than 1 lakh followers on Instagram.
मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि ऐसा कुछ होगा. सपना कभी मेरा पूरा होगा इस एज में. एज जस्ट ए नंबर.
Ravi Bala Sharma is following her passion for dance and showing the world that age is just a number when it comes to pursuing your dreams. In Mumbai with camera person Sanjay Mandal, Surya Ganju for NDTV.